How's it going everyone? Danur here. Here are 10 things you must know if you're planning to climb Mount Fuji and make it to the summit. Number 1. Mount Fuji, or Fujisan as we call it in Japanese, is the highest mountain in Japan. Standing tall at 3,776 meters, it is an active volcano. So if anyone tells you climbing Mount Fuji is a walk in the park, do not listen to them. If someone tells you it's super difficult and you cannot make it, do not listen to them either. That is because everybody's experience is different. So respect the mountain, know your physical condition, prepare for the trek, and you can make it happen. Number 2. Fujisan is open for climbing only a couple months a year during the summer season when there is no snow cap. In 2021, the trails are open from July 10th to September 10th and you cannot climb during off seasons. It is highly recommended not to climb on weekends because the trails can get pretty crowded. The summit, however, will get crowded even on weekdays because everybody wants to go see the sunrise. So make sure you check the sunrise time and plan accordingly. Number 3. Here's something interesting. People usually don't start climbing from the bottom of the mountain, but rather take a bus to one of the 5th stations and start climbing from there. It is important to note that there are 4 different trails and 4 different 5th stations distinguished by color, so you need to decide which one is the best for you. The most common one with the most number of facilities is the Yoshida Trail. It's at an elevation of 2,300 meters above sea level. It has a direct bus from Shinjuku station. Gotemba Trail is the most difficult one, and the elevation is 1,600 meters above sea level. Subashiri Trail is a good option if you want to avoid crowd. It is at an elevation of 2,000 meters and it's fairly challenging.
本6合目から森がなくなるんで、7合目、特に本7合目の見晴らし館まで行くところは、はい、太陽館も7合目なんだけども、はい、太陽館から見晴らし館は勾配って言って坂も厳しくて、風もたまにあるのね。
So you can see that I got a stamping for making it to the 6th station. I'm somewhere between 6th and 7th station. It's fully foggy. I think we are in the middle of the clouds right now, and you can see the fog moving right there. I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but it's just moving slowly. So I have not taken the other trails, but Subashiri is definitely a recommendation. It's an Osusume because people are less and the way to go up and way to go down is different in many places, so it will not get crowded. That is till you reach 8th station. After you reach 8th station, Yoshida Trail and Subashiri Trail merge and we go to the summit. 7th station is right up there, I can see it. So see you there. So somewhere between 6th and 7th station, very close to 7th station. But you can see how the weather changed all of a sudden. You need to be prepared for everything. The 4th one is the Fujinomiya Trail on the west side of Fujisan. The 5th station has the highest elevation of all the other 5th stations at 2,600 meters, and it has a very rugged and rocky terrain while hiking. Number 4. High altitude mountain climate is highly unpredictable, and the same goes for Fujisan as well. It can be clear blue skies now and can be pouring down in another 10 minutes. Also, the temperature difference between where you started climbing to the summit is at least 20 degrees. Let that sink in. During summer, the average temperature at the base 5th station is about 20 degrees and at the summit it's close to 0 degrees. So that brings me to number 5. If you think you can make it to the summit of Mount Fuji with your old running shoes, you're kidding yourself. You most definitely need waterproof hiking shoes meant for a technical terrain coupled with thick socks. I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to have comfortable yet sturdy shoes because you will take easily over 35,000 steps to the summit and back. I'm somewhere between 7th and 8th station and you can see the elevation. I'll just show it to you. There's no good foothold because it's not mud or rocks or anything. It's just gravel. And I feel like my legs are about to give up. Actually, I've been feeling that since about 30 minutes since I left the 7th station, but one step at a time. Regarding clothes, layer up. Start off with heat-tech innerwear and sweatshirt and shorts, and layer up as and when you go higher. You need to be equipped with raincoat, gloves and waterproof protection for your bag as well. If you're planning to trek through the night, get yourself a head torch and make sure it's completely charged. Your phone flash is not going to be helping you a lot because you need to have both the hands free to climb at times. So I have prepared a checklist of all the most important things you're supposed to carry if you're planning to climb Mount Fujisan, which I leave down in the description below, so please check it out. Number 6. Get acclimatized to the mountain climate. So 5th station is where you're probably going to start climbing, and 10th station is the summit. So you start climbing at about 2000 meters altitude and go all the way up to 3776 meters. So once you get to the 5th station by bus, spend at least an hour to get used to the mountain climate. If you don't do it, you risk a higher chance of getting altitude sickness, in case of which you'll have to come down immediately. Symptoms of altitude sickness include nausea, vomiting, and loss of motor functions, so muri shinai dene. Take at least 20 minutes break at each station and make sure you hydrate. Number 7. Your best hiking companion. I highly recommend you to buy a wooden pole to climb, which they sell at every station. You might not need it till you even reach the 6th or the 7th station because the steep is gentle, but things get difficult after the 7th station. The air gets thinner and the elevation gets steeper. You will definitely thank yourself for buying it when you're using it to pull yourself up. What's more, you can even get a stamp at every single station you go on the pole for a price of 300 yen, so it's the perfect souvenir to take back home. Also, if you're not planning to go for other treks with the same pole, make sure you get it cut after you go back to the 5th station. They do it at the place where you actually bought it, so it includes just the part with the stamps. This is just to make sure that your precious souvenir fits in your luggage bag when you want to take it back home. Number 8. Mountain huts. So there are these mountain huts at multiple locations through the trek where you can get some rest and hot food. Based on what time you start climbing from the 5th station, you decide whether or not to actually reserve a mountain hut for stay. So the mountain huts are available in different frequencies for different trails, with Yoshida Trail having the most number of mountain huts and the Gotemba Trail having the least. Mind you, these huts can get pretty costly to stay in, and they get costlier as you go higher. So say that you start climbing from the 5th station somewhere between 10 am and 12 pm. So in this case, you will reach the 8th station typically within 6 pm. So if you want to see the sunrise, which is typically at 4:30 am, you would want to leave the 8th station at around 2 am. So if you reserve one of these mountain huts, you can get a good 6-7 hours sleep before you start your final climb to the summit. So another pattern for climbing is called bullet climbing, where you typically start somewhere between 4 pm and 6 pm and trek all the way to the summit while taking small breaks at every station, but you don't stay at any of the mountain huts. So keep in mind that you will not be able to reserve one of these huts if you start at this time, because typically they close at 8 pm. So this is an issue if the weather suddenly turns bad and you desperately need a shelter. So if you're not an avid climber, or if this is your first high altitude trekking, my recommendation is to just book a mountain hut in advance, just as an insurance policy. So, number 9. The feeling of being at the summit is like nothing else. All the pain and the effort is suddenly just worth it, and if you see that sunrise, it almost feels like all the pain and the tiredness, it's something I cannot explain with words. So many people don't know this, but you can actually get a certificate for making it to the summit of Mount Fuji. So make sure to get a selfie of yourself with the Kingamine peak, which will serve as evidence that you actually made it to the summit. Number 10. Make sure to carry a lot of 100 yen coins when you start climbing. You need 100 yen coins for vending machines, to get stamps at each station, and also to use the restrooms. Restrooms are available at each station, but you'll have to pay 200 yen to use them. Everything is costly on Mount Fuji. So typically a water bottle which is 100 yen everywhere is close to 500 yen near the summit. So make sure you have hard cash, because credit card and debit card is not accepted in most places, if not all places. Also, there are no garbage bins on Mount Fuji, so make sure to carry your own trash cover and bring all the trash back. let's keep Fujisan clean. I will leave links to the official resources of climbing Mount Fuji in the description below, so please check it out. And if you have any questions on climbing Mount Fuji or life or travel in Japan, so please let me know in the description below so I can make videos for you, I can help you out. So thank you very much. Hope this was a good video and all the best for your climb. So until next time, bye bye.